Welcome back. Back in the kitchen with Kelly. She and her husband run a food truck called Kangaroo Restaurant, and you can find them sometimes in Appleton, Oshkosh, Green Bay. They change up their schedule and their menu all the time, but it's a huge trend on the coast, and it finally spread its way here to the Midwest. These food trucks are cranking out some seriously good food. Don't think hot dogs and ice cream, right? No?
No, we do sometimes have ice cream, but we make it
yeah,
ourselves.
It's not the frozen kind. You know what I'm talking about, the wrapper
right.
kind. Not that kind of truck. Anyway, so we're going to do another lunch thing, and this is, you say, always on the menu.
This is always on the menu.
Your customers would not like it if you took this off.
They would not like it if we took this off. This is one of our more popular items. It's a vegetarian option, but whether or not people are vegetarian, they love this burger.
It's a white bean burger, and so don't think burger as in like a hamburger. You know, type of thing. Just think it's a great sandwich. So you know, I think that's the way to go into it. I love these. I think they're fantastic. And I don't do tofu, but so this is all natural, and they're really yummy. They taste great. So all right, so we'll first start frying the burger. And then we'll actually show you how to make it. So this is one of those things we were talking earlier, like crab cakes. Sometimes it's better to make them the day before, so they kind of set up and patty up in the refrigerator.
Yep, and this does better if it has about 12 to 24 hours to rest.
Okay.
Just so that what happens is there's sun-dried tomatoes in it, so it absorbs some of the moisture from the beans, which causes it to firm up a little.
All right.
So anyways.
And a nice hot skillet. Is that, when you cook the burgers in the truck, do you kind of do them in a skillet? Is that how you do it?
We do them on a flat top grill.
Flat top grill.
Yes.
Okay.
It's about the size of your stovetop, but that's what we cook on.
All right. So you're chopping up some fresh basil.
Yep.
And we've got some, are those just Great Northern beans?
These are Great Northern beans. We use Bush's. Bush's is a Wisconsin company.
It sure is. I'm very familiar with them.
So we use their beans. And then we're going to put a little bit of garlic. I always use a microplane for garlic. Versus chopping, it shreds it a little bit finer, and I don't know, chopping garlic is difficult for me sometimes. So 2 cloves of garlic, or less if you like less garlic, will go in here.
I like the garlic, it smells good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this patty.
And we're also going to put about a teaspoon of chopped capers in here.
Oh, yum. And for people who aren't familiar with those, describe what those are.
Capers are a brined fruit, I think they are, to be honest with you.
They're kind of got a little bit of a lemony, pickly taste. They're fantastic.
They're common in Italian cooking, and they can be pungent. So it's always good to chop them, and they go well with other basil, tomato flavors.
True, I agree. I love them. So. You could, if you don't, you could always leave them out. Though.
Yeah. Olives, green olives are another option that you could use in there. I always say take out what you don't like, add what you do like, and mix it together, because basically it's just a starting point. These are sun-dried tomatoes, and again they kind of absorb the moisture in the bread. This is a gluten-free option, so we don't add any breadcrumbs or anything to it. The sun-dried tomatoes help with that.
Okay,
so
and you've chopped them up pretty fine?
Yeah, they're about 1-inch pieces.
Okay.
And then this is just a little crushed red pepper and salt that we're going to mix in there.
Okay.
And that's the end of that. Now the fun part is you can take your hands. I use my hands. Or you can also use a potato masher.
Okay.
It works well.
And you just really want to mash those up?
Yep. They say that you shouldn't be afraid to get your hands in there when you're cooking. So.
Yep. It's like making meatloaf.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So you just mash it up until the beans are, I mean, we like to keep some of them whole so that they're not just a mush burger, but...
so you got a little texture in there. I understand what you're saying.
So it's about 50-50.
Okay.
And then it'll form...
Ooh, look at that.
Nice. Then we make them into about 4-ounce portions.
Okay.
And just make them into a patty.
Now, do you patty them up after the mixture is chilled?
You can do it either way.
Okay.
We do it right after we make it,
okay.
and then put them in a sealed container and hold them for a day.
Okay, all right. So that's done. We'll let you go ahead and wash your hands there, and we can throw it on that. Yep. And I'll get you another plate. And then that would go into the refrigerator, as we said, for 12 to 24 hours just to kind of firm up. And now we're going to make another one of those great flavored mayonnaise to kind of dress up this burger.
Grab that towel.
Okay.
So we again have more mayonnaise.
Okay. You started making your own mayonnaise on the truck.
We do. We just this week actually started making mayonnaise using egg yolks, lemon juice, salt, pepper, and that's about it.
Yum.
And then we flavor it ourselves. So we're going to do about a cup of mayonnaise again.
Okay.
This is basil that was harvested in the fall, and we froze it with a little bit of sunflower oil.
Okay.
So we chopped it up, froze it. Now we have it all winter long.
Which is great.
So, yeah, and this is from the Riverview Gardens in Appleton, where is the home base for our truck.
If you didn't have, basil in your freezer, fresh basil
fresh
or
basil
pesto?
is fine. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So it's just a little bit of fresh basil.
A little more
And
garlic.
then a little more garlic. And that is it.
We've got another one of these great buns. We talked earlier about where you get your buns. You're really trying to use local sources.
We do, and if we get these particular buns are from Mom and Pop's in Bake Shop in Kimberly. We do a lot of baking ourselves. But if we don't do it ourselves, that's usually where it comes from. There are Simple Simons.
Well, I understand working on a truck, there's a lot of, we were talking about, you've got a confined amount of space.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, you got to keep a lot of that stuff in mind. So again, if you would love to experience Kangaroo Restaurant, the great sandwiches, soups, sometimes they do salads, they do lunch and dinner. How can people find out where you're going to be?
You can check our website. We have a schedule and menus tab. It's kangaroorestaurant.com. And we also do a lot of social media, so Facebook or Twitter are also good ways to always find out where we are, what our specials are, and what's going on.
Great to see you. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Thank you, Amy.
We'll be back.